Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the Author's Quill. I want to greet you wherever you happen to be on our big, beautiful blue planet, whether it's a morning, afternoon, or evening for you. I know from our friends over there in Australia, it's in the afternoon. So how y'all doing? It's in the afternoon on Sunday. Y'all being lazy out there, cooking on the barbie and stuff. You better be listening to us, actually. We're in wireless world now. You can just bring it out there to the barbecue with you. Just don't drive in the barbecue. For all of our friends in England, I mean, what is it, 9 p.m. right now for them? So over there, I hope you enjoyed. If you're in France or Germany, it's probably about probably about midnight. So I hope you really enjoy the show. It's amazing how many people to me stay up late to see the show or any of these shows from around the world. That always amazes me. This show goes out to about 166 countries. So, no telling who's listening to us and when they're listening to us. For everybody out there, no, we're not talking about that, Jack. But you can talk about that in the next show. Yeah, you just keep that topic for the next show. Well, yeah, we have listeners there too. We have listeners everywhere. We even have listeners in North Korea, man. As far as I know, we. So here's one for y'all. This will make everybody's mind blown. This little tiny network outperforms BBC and NPR on how many countries we go out to worldwide. We can go places they can't. They're not allowed in the Middle East. We're allowed in every country in the Middle East. There's nobody out there, including Iran, who right now hates us, and we're still allowed out there. So you figure it out. BBC has kicked out about 1/3 of the countries on the planet. I don't know why. I'm sure there's reasons for it. NPR is about the same. There's a lot of countries they can't get into, but we can get into everybody's country. So I want everybody to know that, because when you're doing advertising, just remember, if you want to do global, we're here. We go everywhere, and that's the way to do it. Today we have Tracy Eire with us. And Tracy, how are you today?
I am surviving. I can't complain. I'm doing all right.
Yeah, I see all that artwork behind you. Looks good. See a smile on your face. Is always good. See smiling people.
That's Irish accent, right?
Yeah, I am from the Irish shore of Newfoundland. So my family's Irish. Yeah.
Oh, I see. They say I got Irish blood, but apparently it didn't go over to that.
I don't know if I could survive Acadia.
It says Irish, Scottish, Welsh is what it says. I'm not exactly sure what that is. And
so
then they threw English in there. Yeah, all the Celtics. And they said, the guy said, well, I might explain that temper you used to have when you were young. I said, I got a lot of Scottish friends. I ain't got a bad temper. He's like, yeah, sure they don't shout.
Okay.
That's what I said too. And then somebody said, well, you're a Native American. I said, I hope not with Irish, man. I don't need no Native American Irish. But I might cause the end of the world. So I mean, what was it? When did you decide that you could do art? I mean, I'm always curious, because every illustrator tells me something different. Like, I was talking with a lady a couple months back who, I always ask this question, because a lot of them tend to like to draw on their walls when they're kids. Well, as a contractor, we used to have to go in and fix that stuff. And sometimes I'd walk in and see these little 3 and 4 year old kids, and I'm looking at them going, Jesus, these kids got talent. And this is before I even met John and them. I'd tell their parents, you should, get them in some art school or something. I mean, these kids got talent. As I'm painting over their wall, getting rid of it off the wall. We'd always take pictures. That we would collect pictures on that stuff. So we got them somewhere. One day I'll probably put them all up. But I'm just curious. I mean, what was it? I mean, what age? Because it's different for different people.
Yeah. I think I don't remember specific age, because what happened was I literally have this memory of going downstairs into the spare room where my mum and my dad were having this lovely argument about whether to put carpet or keep the tile. Now, the tile looked like muck, so I was against tile. I was not pro tile. But I was very small, and they left to go upstairs because they thought it was getting too loud. And so I took the Sharpie marker they left on the floor and drew an enormous whale. Because I'm not pro tile. So
Yeah,
my mom came downstairs, she said, I guess carpet then.
Yes, it's bloody carpet, man.
So I always have drawn. I did draw on the walls. I was that kid.
Yes. Well, it's funny because about half of them do. And a lady I met down here local, she's a pretty famous artist. I asked her one day, I said, well, what inspired you? She said, oh, my mom and dad were divorced. And my dad came over to pick you up one day, and all my walls in my bedroom had been colored on with crayon. Now, she was like 14, 15 at the time. So he said, well, he took some pictures and brought it to a local art gallery, and they wanted to give her a job.
Wow.
She said, the kid, I mean, this is with crayon. She said, the kid is talented. They sent her to art school. She's working for a local company down here. She makes about $250,000 a year doing art. It's a what do you call it? No, it's not gaming, not this one. This is movie industry. Sorry, I couldn't get it out. She's
good on her. Good
She's
on
a,
her.
yeah,
Yeah.
she's their head illustrator at 26 years old.
Oh my goodness, good on her.
And
Yeah.
I'm even stunned, but that was a lucky break. I mean, he knew somebody, he's seen his daughter's work. He said before that he used to go in that room and like, you better clean this damn shit out the house.
But what a great trajectory for her at
Yeah.
26.
Yeah,
Imagine.
I'm amazed.
Yeah.
She's a
Yeah.
little demon now, though. Oh my God, she used to be such a sweet little kid. Now
Yeah.
she's terror.
He spent too much time with you, Joe.
No, not with me. She ain't blaming that
Yeah.
one on me.
That's
That's too much dinero at too young of an age. But
Oh
she,
dear.
yeah. So I mean, see, so you'd have been getting in trouble. I'd be like, don't be painting on the walls, baby. I need to get you an S-list, and I go buy something to paint on. My daughters, I used to keep those big pads. Because all three of them were talented. It's funny because all three of my daughters are very talented. All three went to school for art, and my oldest son also went to school, and none of them ended up doing it.
That could change. I mean, it
Yeah,
might
it
be
could be. It could.
they might be being like super sensible and have a full time and then just suddenly branch off into it. It's a little bit like my story, actually. That's how I
How'd your
got it.
story go?
Well, it's very much the same. I come from Irish people, and they like garbage men and home moms and stuff like that. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm not trying to imply, but my whole outlook was to have a very practical job, make enough money to then do art, and that's what happened. I actually started going to Milan mastery program, that art school online. It had been only for people who were in Florida, but then they branched online. I was
Yeah.
like, I'll do it. And that actually gave me the confidence to start doing things like Illustrators of the Future. Because before that, I thought, no way. There's just no way. If you go to their website and you see how many countries they're in and such a big event, you kind of get a little intimidated, especially someone who's an introvert like me. So
Yeah.
my confidence a lot.
Well, one thing you're going to find is a bunch of like-minded souls when you come out to LA as an illustrator, because a lot of the other ones too are introverts. And what we're hoping to accomplish, Joe and myself, between now and April, when you're flown out, is you'll feel much more comfortable around us and around the fellow winners. So it makes a faster start of the workshop. Because if you already know some of the people and have already had the ice broken with myself as the president, Joe as the lead media person there, and then you've already been on the phone with Joni a couple times, so you've already got a beginning of that, and you've seen the website. And I'll be sending a book to everybody to read because that's part of what will be done on the workshop. Then when you arrive, it's not quite so scary. I mean, you're coming in, you're from Newfoundland where you've got 27 people in the,
Yeah.
and you're coming, and then you come here to Los Angeles, where I've had people fly in and thought just landing at LAX was the city of Los Angeles because you're from such a small area. And when you fly in, you're going to be flying over LA for half an hour before you actually land at the airport. It's so big. So it's a whole different world. It's exciting. And then we pick you up at the airport, and you'll be coming in probably with other winners, and everybody's welcoming you. And you're going to be, one thing is kind of odd is you're going to have to get used to people being all excited to see you and hugging you like you're your long lost sister or uncle, aunt, or something like that they're so happy to see you again, after all these years. And coming in, it's just, everybody here so appreciates all the winners and knows what you had to overcome. First, to submit, and then two, to persist in submitting. And then once you finally get told you won, to realize I won. Now that means all this other stuff too, that some you're afraid of, some you're excited about, and it's just all kinds of mixed emotions. So with that, what are you most looking forward to? Because you said you've been entering for a while. So what are you most looking forward to when you come out here?
I am not even sure. I'm the kind of person who, it's very far north where I come from. So even things like palm trees look very strange to me. I am probably looking forward to most, and I hope this happens, is to meet the author of the story that I've kind of been painting for, and like things like that. I'm excited for the workshop as well, but I have no idea what to expect. All of
Yeah.
this happened so quickly, and it was so like explosively exciting, and I'm very like low key person, so it was like, what is happening? That
Yeah.
kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how many times have you entered the contest?
I have entered the contest. Okay, so I've entered both writers and illustrators of the future.
Yeah.
So 3 times for writers. I'm a writer with like 23, 24 books, and 3 times for illustrators. And I got to tell you, I was just trying to improve my standing every time I went in. It is a fight. There's so many people in there. Then I would start getting the honorable mention certificates, which I freaking love, by the way. Whoever came up with that, brilliant. I have them in a fireproof bag. That's how much they mean to me.
That's
And
awesome.
oh yeah, but 3 times, and each time I would get an honorable mention. So I was like, I need to keep trying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you do the writers workshop, the free online writers of the future workshop?
I haven't yet, but thank you for telling me about it.
Yeah. No, we found that the quality of writing was enhanced immeasurably. And it made it all the harder for the judges to select the winners because the quality of storytelling improved. So if you're doing honorable mentions without having done that course, I can only imagine what it's going to happen when you take the course and get even more of the technology of how to write short fiction. Because you've got like Orson Scott Card, Tim Powers, Dave Wolverton, Jody Lanai, Kevin Anderson, and Rob Sawyer, all with videos. And the way they do the videos is like me. I'm just looking at you right now. That's how it is on this. It's not like I'm talking with you and there's a camera on both of us where you see us. It's just me talking straight to you. So that's what these guys are. And then there's a dozen essays by Owen Hubbard also on the business and craft and everything else of writing, which is just, it really makes a big difference in a person's career. And we'll be working on putting together an Illustrators of the Future workshop as well that Emily's going to start. Right now, she's drafting. She's working out the script and everything for the awards ceremony. That's my wife Emily. But when that's done, we'll be working out doing a similar workshop for Illustrators of the Future, which we're excited about. But anyway, so it's funny. We've got the judge who painted this cover here, Rise of the Future Volume 41, Craig Elliott. He's the art director for Netflix. He's been the art director for Disney and for other major studios. He knew about the contest from the very beginning, but he never entered because he thought he wasn't good enough.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So
yeah, I know that feeling. That is a hard one to get by.
Yeah. So by the fact of you being here talking to us and other people being able to relate to you, but then looking at the art that you've painted behind you. So you've got a painting there of horses. Like, tell me about that painting.
Oh my goodness. That was inspired. I do a lot of YouTubing in the background while I'm actually either painting or getting ready to paint.
Yeah.
And one of the people I watched, Clever Cowgirl, these are her horses. She had just lost a horse. She isn't a rescue, but she takes horses that are wild and considered irredeemable. And she gentles them enough to figure out if they can be resold or if they need to stay with her long term. And so I was so inspired, and like it was so moving when she loses a horse. It's really rough. And so I painted her horses, and the whole concept is at the time she was in Montana, they're running across the plains carrying storms. So you have the storm clouds and you have thunder and lightning. So that's what brought this about. And yeah, I just get really inspired by stories. And I suppose that makes sense because I'm a writer. So
Yeah. No, that's amazing. Now, just out of curiosity, do you sell your paintings?
I do. I do sell my paintings. I have a lot of the original portfolio from when I was in Milan Art Institute on my website, and they're all about mythological women. So you'll find harpies in couture dresses and things like that, because I have a very noble, bright, if you're a writer, you may know that term, outlook on life. So
Yeah.
yeah.
So I'm just curious then, because we have people watching this from all over the world right now. So that painting there, how big is that?
Oh, that's about a 30 by 20 something, 28. It's not like enormous, but it's a good mental painting. It will go over your fireplace. Well,
Yeah,
yeah,
that's
it's
good.
it's got gold leaf and it's an oil. It's just a really beautiful kind of tribute to this person who raises and gentles and never gives up on things, on horses in this
Yeah.
case.
Oh, that's
You should sell it to Trump if it's got some gold leaf on it. You know how he likes gold.
I
You know,
doubt he would take this. I
tell him, say it's 100,000, Don, but I'll give it to you for 50, man. You know, because you're the president.
Maybe you should sell my paintings.
Hey, look, I do a lot of that for a lot of people, but
Yeah.
it's funny. Well, it's weird because I see a lot of so in the old days I knew a lot of artists and I still do before I met John, but not all that many illustrators. But since I met John, I know a lot of illustrators, and I tell people all the time, I said, y'all are hiring out of the wrong pool. And he's like, what do you mean? I said, I can introduce you to tons of illustrators that are really good, that are probably right now, you can catch them at a mid-grade price because they're just, building their art. I said, if you wait 4 or 5 years, there's not going to be any of that, because I give like April. I don't think April sells a photo. I mean, a picture under $4,000, except for the little bitty ones.
Yeah, she's a winner about 3 or 4 years ago, April Sullivan.
Yeah.
Sullivan.
The
April
dragon
Sullivan,
lady,
yeah.
yeah. She'll probably be around this year. She likes to pop up and show her face.
Yeah.
And she's very talented, but she doesn't sell herself short. Being an introvert, it's hard because when I was young, I was an introvert. You'd never know that today, but when I was trying to sell yourself when you're an introvert is a hard thing to do. I mean,
It is.
it's just not easy. And then somewhere along the line, I became an extrovert, and that's poor people of the earth. Then but it is doable. It is changeable, and I have watched the introverts change. So to put this in perspective, when you meet a bunch of illustrators, they're all pretty introverted, but once they get established and start to go, you'll notice something. When you meet the judges, they are not introverted; they are extroverted. They chat more than I do. And a matter of fact, one of them used to have a show on a network. She could chat. The thing of it is somewhere along the line, I guess, as you get more secure in who and what you are, it starts to fade away. And when you start asking for money, it has to fade away because you don't want to sell yourself short. Because all companies are going to try to get the best deal they can, regardless. Oh, that's worth 10. No, that's worth 10,000. It's it's just one of those things you got to wonder about. But
You need to bottle that. I'll buy it.
yeah. Hey, look, I mean, it just sometimes you just got to stay out there. Matter of fact, my wife used to give me shit when I was young. When I was, she said, "Why are you doing it so cheap?" I said, "Well, I got to get company." She said, "No, you don't do it so damn cheap." We used to fight about it too, and she was right. I was wrong, but it was just one of those things that happened to turn out to be. You just have to sell yourself, and once it started going up on my prices, sometimes I would just push customers just to see what I could get out of them. I'd say, well, I really don't want to do this job, George. Let's tackle an extra 10 grand and maybe I'll take it. And the SOB would say, sure, go ahead. I'm like, wait, what? I'm thinking I'm not going to do this job. I'm going to get out of doing this nasty job. No. I notice with artists and illustrators, it's the same way. I guess anytime you're doing work that deals with the public, you have to be able to understand how to sell yourself because in the end, they're going to try to get it. I watch them out there in the quarter haggle all the time. When you won $500 for that portrait, that's what it costs. Oh, you do it $250. Said you can go down there and get it done for $250. So after a while, and especially you get insulted sometimes because people look at you and say, "Oh, I'll give you, $100 for that portrait." Yeah, you kiss my, what? Excuse my French. I mean, sometimes it's just the way you got to be. I mean, you can't let people get over on you because in today's world they surely will. And that's a very good photo. That's a really good picture behind you. There's a lot of work in there. I can see a lot of detail from here.
Yeah, it took a week or two to get this just into a place where it was ready to be varnished. And on the site, I do have, and I am in a kind of a more starting out area.
Yeah.
But I am really like dedicated to getting my paintings out there. I really do think they can make a difference in people's lives, being in people's hands, and maybe improve their outlook. For
Yeah.
sure, I have a very positive take on my art.
Yeah. Now, one of the things when on the workshop, there's all kind of, you're going to have a portfolio review. So you'll be bringing your portfolio with you, but there's also these live drawing sessions. They'll have
Yeah.
models there, and you do the 5 minute, the 15 minute, the 20 minute, 30 minute, where they're posing, and then you do the different sketches on it like that. And then, so you're oil, but do you do other forms of art too?
Oh, absolutely. I do charcoal, pencil. I have actually gone through the very exercise you're talking about. It's absolutely brilliant, really helpful. I did it as part of the Milan like mastery program.
Yeah.
And so you literally are like sketching on huge newsprint as fast as you can, trying to capture the essence of somebody in that short amount of time is such a challenge, but it is fun. It's great fun. And that's what I like best about that kind of workshop.
That's good. Yeah, you'll be
I've
getting
always
that.
been jealous over y'all. I can't. John knows.
Yeah, Joe and I are both. We argue with each other who draws the worst stick man. If it's
So one of the judges you might meet, I don't know if he's going to be there this year or not, but Tom Wood. I was sitting at the bar one night, and we were sitting there drinking. He said, "You always say you can't draw anything." He said, "Draw a stick man." I said, "Draw a stick man." He said, "Jesus Christ, don't get in." He said, "You really can't draw a stick man." I said, "No, I told you that, man." I think it was the biggest laugh he had in 6 months or something. He's laughing his butt off. But I have talent, but not that kind of talent. And, and for some reason, I'm a freak about oil. Somewhere, it must have been somewhere when I was young or something. Maybe it's because of that Larry Hatch picture I had bought. I don't know what it was, but somewhere I became a real freak over oil. I like all paintings. Don't get me wrong. Digital, it can be digital and everything, but I just, there's something about being able to feel that texture on that canvas that just does something for me. I don't know. It is.
Yeah.
And I know not all artists want to mess with oil because oil's a pain in the you know what. And
but there is water soluble oil now. You can think about it that way. Clean it up with water. And I have broken the rules by actually using water as the medium too. It's just really great if you're like sensitive, have allergies. Yeah, it's slightly different texture.
But it still works out pretty good. I know they were laughing. I was at a convention a couple months ago, and artists were back there talking. And the guy says, "Man, you know so much about acrylic and oil." He said, "Do you paint?" I said, "Yeah, but not little things. I paint big buildings and shit." I said, "We paint." I said, "My company paints. We paint office buildings and walls and apartment complexes, and then we used to do them in straight oil, but I made the owners quit."
Gosh, wow!
Well, I made them quit. One, it stinks. It takes a couple of days to get the smell out, but oil fades on when you use a white oil, a pure white oil. It's going to turn yellow sooner or later. Usually 6 months to 2 years. And if you're a heavy smoker, it's going to turn. And so. Yeah, but if you paint outside with oils, especially if you're going to use certain mixes, it'll last the weather. It'll last longer than weather, but it will fade. Acrylic never fades. No matter what you do, you can get up there with a heat gun and it still won't fade.
But Joe, you can actually literally go outside, point at the building, and go, "You like that? I made that."
Yes, well, that's true. If you come down to New Orleans after Katrina, I have the first apartment complex and the first office building up and running after the storm. So that'll always be in my history. And I had the first live broadcast done from someone from the city of New Orleans on I hate to say this, on a dial-up modem. Yes.
Oh, wow.
We couldn't get internet. We couldn't get anything. And then I remembered one of my old computers had a modem in it. I said, "I wonder if this thing still works." And that's the only connection that had power was the phone connection. Sure enough, I plugged it in. It came online. I was like, "Look at this."
Well, an artist will find a way, right? They're incredibly gritty, resilient people.
But you see, but being from New Orleans gives me a little more appreciation for art. And I've been to Boston and New York and Miami, beautiful cities. I've been out to LA and San Francisco, but for some reason, when you're in the heart of the city itself, in the old city, in the Rue Carré, the French Quarter, you can just feel the art. Everywhere all the buildings are done themselves in some kind of crazy art. And as far as painting go, every color of the rainbow is in the city of New Orleans. Just like it is in Pensacola, Florida. Every color of the rainbow is there. But I do see a lot of artists from out of town come in. Matter of fact, a couple of art galleries, the old art galleries that are 100, 150, 200 years old, they invite artists to come sit underneath the eave of the thing and paint
That
whatever they
would be
want to paint.
cool.
You know, and they all get out there. What gets me is they're all out there and they're still painting. And they're just chatting away, but they're not chatting with anybody else but the artist, but they're still chatting. And you're watching them, you're going, Jesus, man, it shows you when you have talent, you know.
Flow, maybe
just,
they get in a flow state, and it's okay then for
I
people
think
to
it
take
is.
pictures. Yeah.
I think it is. You know, someone like you would probably love it. Not all artists are going to like it because it may be a little weird, but now I'll tell you, one of the artists who makes a lot of money, because I think he's the only one doing it right now. So late at night, they let him read tarot cards in front of the church, in front of the cathedral. So St. Louis Cathedral's right there, big, huge cathedral. So you see all these table rappers out there reading tarot cards, making good money, by the way. And you'll see this one guy, he's out there painting each and every one of them. He does it. He always asks the person who's being read for permission because his faces are really, really good. So he always wants to make sure he gets permission. But he sits out there and he paints, and he gets up and he'll do the cards. So he'll do the whole scene on whatever kind of table it is with part of the church behind it, whatever he thinks is in the division. It's really good. He said it makes a lot of freaking money.
I think what a memory. Can you imagine?
Yeah, that's and you know, a lot of people who are getting their cards read will buy the damn painting.
As you would, like, who wouldn't want to? Like, that's quite a memorable thing.
Yeah.
I wish I could paint, man. I said maybe we can make some stencils.
Man, you painted the building.
give me that wine, maybe. Whoosh. I don't know, but it's incredible because y'all. I shouldn't say y'all, but artists get to go places and do things that most everyday people from wherever you are in the world is simply not going to grasp. So you're going to see a building or you're going to see a piece of something in one way, whereas everybody else is going to see it in another way. And that's what you're bringing it to life so they can actually see what you're seeing. I think that's one of the things I like about artists because I notice down here, especially the ones along the Gulf Coast and all, they're painting. They like to paint in what do you call them? Pastels. They're always those light colors. I don't like those to start off with, but there's lots of them, and you can tell they're seeing this world differently than I'm seeing this world.
Yes.
And I hate to say it, but I like in their version better than I like in mine. So
one thing I find fascinating is people like yourself, Tracy, because you're both a writer and an artist. And so quite frequently somebody is a writer and they think in terms of concepts to write, and then you have an artist that thinks in terms of imagery. And so when I can talk about a bird soaring overhead, a writer will sit down and he'll write out conceptually what that is, and then an illustrator can take it and with the mind's eye just like draw it or paint it, and I'm just, I'm fascinated on both ends because it's both creativity, but then there's a smaller percentage of people like yourself that can do both. Yeah. And the fact that you've got multiple honorable mentions in Writers of the Future and have now won Illustrators of the Future puts you in a very, very small top percentile of creatives, which is just, I'm in awe of people like you who can do that both. And, so I'm very much looking forward to meeting you in person in April. But like, what inspired you to enter these contests? How'd you run across them to know to enter each or both?
Well, the cycles that I run in, this is a contest that people know about, right?
Yeah.
So I also have a publishing degree from Western Colorado University, and Kevin J. Anderson does teach there, and he talks about this contest. And so while I was
Did you take his course?
Oh, yes, I did take his course. Yes.
Oh, wow.
He's fantastic and a wonderful person, really gentle person. I was definitely coming out of there feeling like, oh, maybe I should try this. But then one of the people in my class who is a technologist, and I am a technologist, was twitting me. He had so many patents and all this stuff. And and I only have one. And I was like, well, you're trying out for Writers of the Future, so I'm going to try out too. We'll see who gets there first. So it's a huge contest. And I don't know, but that he will beat me because he's really good. But it's like worth it because it's really hard. It's really difficult to do. I plan like the way I was planning for illustrators is I would plan to the whole year what pieces at the end I would curate that I would enter. So I'd have to find my best work, and I feel the same for the writing.
That's good. Yeah. Because we also have Shree Fours. I don't know if you know her, CL Fours. She also took the class last year. She completed his program, and she had been entering both writers and illustrators. And she thought she'd win writers because she's had honorable mentions, but she won the illustrators of the future. And so she came out this last year as a winner for illustrators. She's still entering writers, but because she's trying to do both. We've had, I think, 3 or 4 people over the 42 years have won both.
I'm very, very determined. That's one good thing about me. And I'm just like her. I'm already planning, like, how am I going to do this? What's next?
Oh, that's
and
great.
writers, I will keep in it. Every time I improve my skills, every time. So even if I don't ultimately win something, like I said, those honorable mention tickets to me are like gold. I love them. And I feel so accomplished, and I just grow more and more every time I enter.
Good. Well, one thing that's really good too, because you're Irish, have the Irish blood in you. When they have the after the workshop's over, they then have what Joe's referring to as BarCon. So with your Irish ancestry, you'll be able to go there and drink all the winners under the table, and then you'll have you with the judges, just you alone, to be able to talk to them, get your questions answered. So this is perfect for you.
Get all the secrets. I tell, and John told me to say this a million times. I tell everybody the same thing. If we're in the lobby and you see me, and there's somebody you want to talk to, and for whatever reason you feel nervous, just come grab right on and say, Joe, can you introduce me, and I'll introduce you. I got to tell you, I've introduced a lot of people by now, and over 100 for sure. And the thing
you have good energy.
Well, it's funny because like last year they had a group of 5 writers actually. It was all grouped up at the table, and I was sitting there with Kevin J and somebody else. And we were just chit-chat. We weren't even talking about anything relevant. I think we were talking politics, actually. And we were just, which is a no-no, but we were just chit-chatting. And I kept looking at him, and I looked over and said, "You want me to get him?" We started laughing at this fight because we knew what they were doing. So I got up and I walked over there. I said, "You want to come meet these guys?" No, we don't want to. I said, I said, just come walk over here with me. And I said, sit down. And then I introduced everybody, and I got up, went and got something to eat. When I came back 2 hours later, they were still sitting there talking.
Yeah.
And it's amazing. But to be honest with you, and this was one of the hardest things for me to grasp when I first met these guys, is these judges truly want to give back. They truly want to see y'all. And what kills me is they want to get out there and talk. They like talking. And whether they're artists or whether they're illustrators or authors, they want to get out there and chat.
Yeah,
it's kind of funny. But I will tell you this little secret: the authors are much more extroverted. I mean, the winners, not the judges, but the judges are a little more introverted when it comes to authors. But it's kind of a funny thing, to be honest with you. I got interviews where I'm like, okay, we did 2 hours, we got to go.
I know that wherever Kevin is, he's a very generative person, so he definitely believes in giving back.
Yeah,
that's true.
Yeah, I've known Kevin, worked with him since the mid '90s, and because he entered the contest, Writers of the Future contest, like 17, 18 times. He never won. He pro'd out. So.
Yes, that's a good way to go too. I will take that.
Yeah, exactly. So, so if you get yourself, honorable mention, and then disqualify yourself because you now have sold professionally and can no longer enter the contest, that's a legitimate way to.
Yes, that's another way to win.
Yeah. Any particular writer or artist that you're looking forward to meeting?
I don't I am eager to actually see Kevin. I haven't seen him in a long time, but I don't particularly have the artists that I would normally follow. I've been really blessed to actually get some of them in the art collective I co-founded. So say if you had Leoba Bruckner there, right, I would be falling all over myself to try and get her. But I've been lucky enough to get her into to help found Eclipse Art Auctions, which is the other big thing that's helped me grow so much as an artist. But yeah, I haven't seen Kevin, I think, in way too long, and he's such a good source of energy and inspiration.
Yeah.
And he's very soothing and calming at the same time, which is amazing for someone like me. I like things to be even key. So yeah.
Well, that's good. Yeah. So yeah, we've got, I mean, it's amazing that the amount of talent we've got there is in the instructors and the amount of talent with all the winners, because now you're going to be there with, you're right now you're in your space in your home in Newfoundland. Yeah. And then you're going to be here with 11 other illustrators and all these judges, and they're all creatives, and they're just so excited to be working with other creatives. It's a special thing. And then because you're a writer as well, you're going to be also next to 12 writers. And after the first day, we have the art reveal. So you'll meet your writer.
Oh gosh, I can't wait.
On the second day there, where after your first day of workshop, the end of that day, then we have a big room downstairs, which is your workshop room. We put easels, 12 easels up, and we have all the paintings up there of the illustrations. And then you'll be standing around the edge of the room. And then we open the door to the room and we let the writers come in, and they have to walk in. Everybody has to be quiet, and they walk in and they got to find and pick their painting. And then as soon as they stand by and say, I got it, that's your cue to walk up and introduce yourself to them. And that's when you become lifelong friends, and they're all excited to see their story illustrated. It's an amazing experience. It's one of the most emotional events that we have all week long.
I was going to say
the art reveal.
Because I will be crying.
Yeah,
there's a lot of crying going on, so you won't be the only one.
Yeah,
I feel bad. There's a lot of crying goes on.
Yeah, and you've got then the illustrators are already. Are they going to be able to find my art? Are they going to be able to do this? Will they think this? Will they think that? And the writer is going to be thinking equally as introverted. Oh, I wonder if they even got anything out of my story. Could they even think of an image? Could they get something like this? Was it easy to understand? With totally stuck in everybody's stuck in their heads. And then you get there and you find out, oh my gosh, that was amazing. Oh, how'd you do? I had no idea how you came up with that. That's better than my image of what I had. That happens quite a bit, So your concept of who he is or who she is or what that scene was is way better than what mine was, and it's amazing what happens on that art reveal.
It is. It's one of the funnest parts of the time when you're there. And
I'm very anxious, hoping and praying that the author will like this work. That's all.
Sure. You and 11 other illustrators.
Yeah.
Oh, you think that's common? Is it common?
Everybody has that same reaction. Yeah, everybody's got the same fear. But then also on the end of February, we haven't sent around the invitation yet. Emily's going to be sending it shortly. We're going to have the cover reveal. And that's the book cover, because nobody knows what it looks like yet. So the end of February.
That's true.
We're going to have, it's an artist named Cirello did it. We're not saying what it is or what the imagery is, but it's absolutely gorgeous. And Orson Scott Card, the author that wrote Ender's Game, wrote the story to that image. So they'll both be at that cover reveal. And so they'll both talk about it, and then you guys will all see each other. And then about a week later, we then have the artists, a little meet and greet online with the artists, where we show all three of the winning illustrations for the illustrators, the future winners, and then everybody gets to talk about their art, and you meet everybody. So that's another chance to meet everybody, and just further breaks the ice, so that when you arrive, then you're like, oh wow, that was amazing. I love that thing there. Oh yeah, how'd you do that? You start getting that, so you're already ready to talk to the people based on what you saw at this event. So the whole thing is to break the ice, and build up that friendship, camaraderie. So when you guys arrive, you can hit the ground running.
Yeah, I
This is
mean,
the one from last year right here.
yeah,
Yeah.
I
The
have this
camera's
upstairs actually.
Yeah.
That's on my desk.
Okay, now this one's kind of special because there's a lot of people's names in it, but it's just right here. But you see, and what'll happen is when John, well, after I get to finish reading it, it'll go up there as well. They stay up there all year long. So
Yeah.
any time, and it's not just this show because I host 5 shows on this network, 5
Holy
different
cow.
shows. So all of that's up there for all of those shows. It's it sits up there, and anybody's I'm guesting on, or any TV shows I'm on with anybody else, or any other guests where I'm on, all that's back there too. People ask me all the time, what is all of that? Free plug. I should be charging them.
That's a long story and a good one. It's
It is.
long, many stories. Yeah.
But we keep it all up there. That way people can, people ask, and I'll just tell them where they're going to go buy it. Now I
Yeah.
just tell them, look, you can buy it anywhere. If you want it, if you really want the book, you can get it anywhere.
Yeah.
If
Yeah.
they sell books there, you can get it. I
And
try
then
to
right
keep
after
good
this
down.
show this afternoon, right after the show, because we're down here, and then we have the next show after the next guest after this. As soon as it's done, then Emily and I start proofreading volume 42. So it just got given to us last.
Hey, Heidi.
So we start the proofread this
Exciting.
afternoon for volume 42.
The funny thing about this that I didn't realize when I was entering is the amount of community that it actually brings you into. As somebody who works in tech primarily, I don't have an artistic community around me. By the way, John, you'll be happy to know I'm in Seattle right now. I actually live here now, but
Oh wow! Okay.
I still don't have that kind of community. So this sort of stuff makes me really happy. I had no idea this was going to happen. I was just happy with my certificates, my lovely, beautiful certificates, and now
Yeah.
this.
Well, you're going to meet Echo, who lives up in that area as well. She lives in an island just north of Seattle.
Oh, really? Okay.
So you'll meet her and Laz. Yeah, Laz is her husband. So yeah, and who knows if you guys hit it off really well and stuff like that, then you can go off and have your morning cup of tea or whatever.
Irish drinks.
Okay, you can have your whiskey and tea.
Jameson and
Jameson, there you go.
Jameson's pretty good.
Yeah.
Somebody sent me a bottle of Rip Van Winkle a couple of weeks ago. It was nice of them. I get one about once every 2 years. Somebody said, well, it's the last bottle somebody sent me was like $3,700 for the bottle. I think this one's around $8.
Dang.
Yeah.
Thank you, person.
Yeah, that's what I said. Thank you very much. But some of the stuff I get, like I get a lot of stuff sent to me, like steak dinners and stuff like that, because we promote things on the network that are.
Isn't it cold by the time it arrives?
No. It comes specially flown in a private drone, lands out front of your yard. It's being heated all the time. They're very low, so
Yeah.
It's and then I'm from New Orleans. We don't. It's hard for me to travel. It really is. I mean, I've been to 46 states, about 50 countries, probably over 1,000 cities by now. And now I got to say this: there's no food like there is in New Orleans. It's just not the same.
Where are you going?
One, it's fattening. Anything in New Orleans is fattening. I tried to put some weight on somebody named Emily last time she was here. She was looking kind of skinny. Yeah, they had. I took out. Well, it's funny. I took John and Emily out for beignets early in the morning one morning. All of us dressed in black. All 3 of us. We're lucky we didn't look like little snowflakes after that. Okay.
You bet. Powdered sugar.
So now, just for yourself, Tracy, like to other illustrators that are, so it's to other illustrators listening or to other people listening who know illustrators, what advice would you have for them? Like the importance of submitting to this contest and just to basically embrace your creativity, the importance of that.
Okay, so for the contest, my best advice to you is don't take it lightly. Don't decide you're going to do it in like 5 minutes and then like just pick random things. Like believe in yourself enough to know that you can judge what your best work is, and then very closely follow the rules and submit. It's painless. It's easy. You just need to make sure that you're having enough faith in yourself to be honest about what your best work is, and then just keep going. Don't give up. Have grit, and that will get you through for sure. Because there are a lot of people out there who will tell you that your art and your work it doesn't have any value, but it has more value than it ever has before in today's world. It's authentic, human generated, real artwork. So just have faith and love what you do enough, and then follow the directions.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I just did a thing on the first readers for the writer contest, and so many people just will get rejected because they don't do that simple thing of just like submitting it, following the directions. They put their name on the story. They have it on the story. Or
terrifying. I was terrified of that the whole time. Every time I submitted, I would go over it 5, 6 times, but give yourself the time. Your art's worth it. You're worth it. To go through, make sure you did the right thing and didn't accidentally rule yourself out.
Yeah. And you'll be going over various L. and Hubbard essays for art and stuff like that. But I think you'll be getting a copy of this book too, called Art. Yes. And one that says is, but first and foremost, realize that in presenting something and trying to put up mock-ups, things that you can see, that the best way isn't always the easy way. The best way is only the more effective way. Work out first what effect you're trying to produce. Then when you've got that all taped, only then consider the easiest way to do it, and never consider the easier way at all if it is less effective. Art takes that little extra bit, that extra care, that bit more push for it to be effective art. Yeah. There is no totally easy way to produce desirable effect. And the day you drop some of your ideas of the effect you want to produce is the day you get a little older, a little weaker, a little less sane. So that's one of the things that, you're talking about, the AI, and just, it's the real creative. It's the human element. It's something that'll never be done by a machine. And going back to the 30s and 40s, Hubbard has essays talking about, even back then, he talks about people trying to replace stuff with this gadget and that gadget. And he's saying, don't fall for it. If it can help you make a better thing, that's great. But if it takes more out of you than it adds to it, then toss it. It's not worth it.
That's remarkably open-minded. I kind of like imagine that watching the digital, when digital first came in, people just wouldn't agree that it was actually real art. And it's like, it's remarkably open-minded to kind of have that even-handed view. So it's refreshing, to be honest.
Yeah, he's a firm believer in the value of the spirit, of the spiritual being, the spiritual nature of mankind. And he's even his book Battlefield Earth, his whole thing on that is that's a human spirit that will ultimately overcome any challenge, any vicissitudes.
Well, you're going to need that going into this contest, I guarantee you, because like at my very first time I entered writers, in any case, I didn't actually get a certificate. I did the second 2 times I went in, and you just need to have enough faith in yourself to go, okay, well, I'll just continue to improve writing, and I'll believe in what I can do and keep going, because it is so easy to give up on yourself when you're in a creative field.
Yeah. And that's the value of what Mr. Hubbard created with his contest is, it's now 42 years. You're 42, and this is the year that we break 1,000 people that have been recognized, published in Writers of the Future. His confidence in the arts and in the artist is profound, and his belief in you and all the other yous out there, and even the people that don't make it. But we don't tell people. All we say is that there's thousands of entries every quarter, so there's a lot of competition for this, and so the fact that you won definitely plays considerable testament to you as an artist. And then in the event that you do win the writer contest, plays, again, you'll be number 4 and number 5 in 42 years. And a lot of people have tried.
I have a lot of grit, though. I'm very determined.
Good,
so
good.
We'll be back.
All the more reason, Joe and I look forward to meeting you in April when you come out and sharing that whatever you're bringing with you.
We can't say. Yes, that. Thank you.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah, I really appreciate this opportunity and the contest itself, which has so shaped the last several years of my life to the betterment of my skills. It's been
Which is
amazing.
great. Yeah. And then Joe just likes it. Joe and I just put this caveat in there is as your career builds and grows, and by the time you become rich and influential and famous, just remember us little people in
That's
the
right.
beginning of your career.
When you stand on that red carpet, we go, "Oh, we want to interview."
Yeah. You're crazy, but thank you. I love your hearts. It's great.
Well, we're playing it. See, we're playing the long game, the odds number here. We know some of y'all are going to make it no matter what. By the way, reason you kept seeing me flip the screen up and down a little while ago, and you were just on it by yourself there, is we were actually looking at your painting, is what we were doing. So
Okay.
I'm looking at. I mean, there's some serious. So you'll hear me because I talked to him. Like I'm looking at all the shadow, especially down his throat, down the side. I mean, where the muscle tone is.
Yeah.
The jaw, the eye, the hair. Nostrils look like I could stick my damn finger in them. They look so real. Well, I used to own horses. Excuse me. Sometimes you had to grab them like that to get around to get the bit in them.
Well, they definitely would pay attention if you did that.
Yes, they do. And
I know I do when my
by the
wife
way,
does that to
ladies and
me.
gentlemen, let me tell you what, horses hold a grudge, people, just so y'all know ahead of time.
He's not lying.
They're kind of like a cat. They hold a grudge. I'm just warning y'all. The horse will get even somewhere along the line. Mine used to like to run up against the fence and rub my leg on a barbed wire fence.
Ouch.
Yeah, he just do it just enough so I'd push him off. But I mean, through here, I mean, the legs of everything is so detailed as you go through it. And I'm such a freak over color and shadowing. Partially that is because one of the judges kind of showed me what I was actually looking at. I mean, I was showing I really like this. I really like this. Well, Echo was really good about it. I said, that guy. And then she would actually explain to me what I was actually looking at. And
That is awesome.
And then some of the colors, and I also like a lot of color and things. And see, you've got a lot of color in here, but you got a lot of subtle color in here. So it's not like overpowering, because you can kind of see this brownish. It kind of sways through a couple of colors here and it switches down here. This looks like something I'd see on a Gulf Coast right here.
Yeah, there's a lot of teal in this painting, a lot, and you wouldn't think that, but it's got a lot of neutrals. It's got a nice sophisticated color story that goes with it, but the heart of this is these beautiful creatures like carrying storms across the plain. So yeah, I love it.
I mean, you can even see where he's shuddering and the skin's kind of rolling up on it. I mean, that's detail, and a lot of people wouldn't. Well, if you haven't been up to a horse or seen horses a lot, you probably wouldn't even notice that.
I've groomed a lot of horses.
Yes, well, no, I mean, you can tell you've been around horse. I mean, the way the nostrils done, like I said, the top, the head up there, everything's done really well. The hair's up there.
Thank you.
That's what a horse's hair look like when it's moving. You're used to seeing them sitting still with their heads just flopped over.
Yeah.
Jess, that's these horses are in motion. Look at him. This black one over here is kind of like, hey, look, buddy, get out the way here. Wherever we're going, I want to get there first. He's sure, and the other guy in the back's going, wait, how did these two suckers get ahead of me? There's some shit going on here.
It's thunder, lightning, and clouds. So you know that one of them wants to get ahead.
That's right. Yeah, always somebody wanting to be thumping on there. But it is a beautiful painting. Ladies and gentlemen, it's only $1,500. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, I'm hiring you.
I'm just trying to help people. Come look at. Did y'all see this picture? Apparently, we started. No, we don't do bids on the network. No. We don't do bids anywhere anymore.
Always come to my site and like bid there. I'm kidding.
Well, the only way we do bids now is with the base. So like on this, we'd start it out at $1,000 and they could go from there. We don't do bids without a guaranteed amount anymore. Because people are. No, we won't say that. Some people are just not good people. We'll just leave it at that.
I hope you don't bump into too many of those, but yes.
It's one of those things. But I mean, paintings like that, these days you see in places. Anytime you can tell where an artist is really taking their time to go to it, you can really tell that they're going to get better money. I've watched enough of the newbies now and the ones that are actually making money. And when you look at their art, you'll notice its color and its detail. Whatever it is to happen to be painting, it's just in there. And in today's world, especially with the Z-Geners and the millennials, which probably haven't even seen a horse in real life,
Oh,
Probably. So
No.
things, well, I
that's a
know the
lot.
CJ is definitely
Okay.
haven't seen a horse. It's a no, Christy. I know my son's it's a millennial. He's seen a horse, but still not like I've seen a horse. No,
In a
No.
zoo. In a zoo.
the generations are different now. No, so when we were kids, riding was great. We all used to go riding on the weekends. We had a great time. But today,
So
not
in
today.
up in Newfoundland, we'd actually have semi-feral horses. So you'd have to go out on the barrens, catch them, and then
That's,
ride them.
yeah.
And that's what I used to do. It was great fun, but
We used to
probably
cheat.
crazy.
We used to cheat. We'd go catch them and strap 300 pounds on their back, let them bounce around for a couple of days, and then they'd be all fine when you got on them. And so he's only 160 pounds. Shit, that's great. This feels good. Yeah, my uncle,
Wow.
well, my uncle used to breed horses. He taught us that. He had a bunch of horses at one, bunch of horses and a bunch of hogs. I'm not sure what that was about.
They don't naturally go together.
No,
So
they don't naturally go together. So you just it's like what half to he had
I'll
about
just take one in here.
what was funny was he had 1,800 acres up there full of hogs and horses. And one day, Hilton came in and offered him $10 million for the whole thing. And he said, well, really? Adios. I don't know what happened to the horses and the hogs. And then all of a sudden, I want to go ride one weekend. And, oh, it's closed. Hilton owns it now. I'm like, what? Beautiful piece of land. Way out.
Horses? Okay, that'd be me.
As far as I know, they might have kept some because it was supposed to be some kind of resort in the woods. Because where he was, I mean, he even today, it would still be deep woods. And Hilton's still there today. Don't ask me. It's great, though. But stuff like that, I mean, people really get into that kind of work. And then, of course, you got horse lovers just in general.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That
this
was
was meant
really.
for a gallery, and I actually didn't get through to the gallery, so this piece has been sitting with me. It's beautiful, and I love it and all.
When its
I don't.
owner comes along, they'll get it. It's
Yeah, it's meant for somebody. I can feel
yeah.
it. But I don't
Well,
know. I mean,
some
that person will.
paintings just saw it. Yeah, I think some. I think I see Anna down there. I hope she can hear us in a minute. We're gonna drag her in. Carl, what's
Okay.
that? I will make her give out her her address when we get done. Her email, her website. Do you have a website? I should have asked you in the beginning.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, I do. I
Okay,
have.
so go ahead and give out the address, but remind me next time you and I are together. Remind me, and I will put it up on the screen with us, so you can
Okay.
actually show your artwork and talk about it and stuff like that. And,
Yeah.
I just didn't think about it tonight for some reason. My brain's getting old.
Okay. It's pretty easy. It's tracyeire.com. And you'll see up in the header, there's a little one for books that will take you to where my books are. And then
Oh, look
there's
at
a
that.
or yeah. Yeah, I'm trying to bring them together, but website technology can be a little harsh.
It can be a pain in the at times, yes. I'll tell you a little secret. There's a company called, okay, why did my screen just turn white? There's a company called Homestead, and I call it site building for idiots. So don't get offended because when I started out, I used to use HTML. That's how because I learned that in the Navy. But this guy says, Joe, you're working too hard. He said, look, this is for idiots. He gives me this site. I was kind of offended when he gave me the site. It's anybody can use it. It's all click and just drag and drop and click. It's all there is. I mean, and if there is something HTML, they even make a box so you can drop it in there. It's a fabulous website. They do a lot of self promotion. They're old now. They're getting to be about 20, 25 years old. They're not expensive. And you can have as many websites as you want, and you can convert as many together as you want.
That's it. Homestead?
Yeah, it's homestead.com. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. So, oh, no, I've been using it a long time. I've tried all kind of websites. People, we own this. The under the umbrella of the UPRN network, we own 16 websites and 44 social media pages.
Okay, that's a lot.
Well, we got a lot of hosts and stuff. We got a lot of people. We got to talk about John a lot. And every now and then we got to talk about Emily just so when I go see her, I know she'll be mean. Christopher, what? Oh no, Joni is what? Well, who told you? Okay, you weren't paying attention. No, Joni is not married to John. I've met Joni's husband. It's not John.
Oh, poor Joni.
Besides, Joni's like an Amazon man. When I talk to her, I gotta be like this.
Hey, anyone without her say so.
Yeah, she's a sweetie pie, man.
Yeah.
How she puts up with me is beyond me. I have no idea how she does it, but I never see her stopped. she's always doing something. I'm like, Joni, sit down. No. I said, Joni, let me get some iced tea. Iced tea? Yeah. I said, I taught the bar how to make iced tea. I said, I'll go get
She's
you
very
some.
kind too.
She is. She's, you know, but she's got a good and a bad job. You know, she gets to tell the winners, yeah, but she's also got to tell the losers, nay. So that's one of those jobs. It's a mixed.
She almost
real
gave me a heart attack. She was basically like, okay, you need to sit down, that kind of a thing. Are you
Oh shit!
I was like, what happened? You did it. And I was like, no, what? Because it was so fast.
Oh,
Yeah.
She needs to get her a little picture thing of some destroyed artwork and say, well, this is how it arrived. I don't know what we're gonna do.
Oh God.
We're talking about Joni. Christopher, you wouldn't know Joni. The only way you're going to meet Joni is if you're a winner or a loser, or if you happen to be at the event. That's yeah. Or if you know, no, that's the only way you're going to meet her. And she's picky about who she talks to. What are you talking about? She don't just talk to anybody. I'm lucky she talks to me. She got to talk to me because John makes her talk to me. No, she's really a good person. She really is.
Yeah,
she is. Like I said all the time. So just for all the winners listening tonight, Anna, we're going to drag you in a second. I have not met anybody over there at Author Service or Right of the Futures that aren't really good people. And trust me, I pushed a couple of them to their limit. So when I'm telling you they're good people, they are. Poor them believe it. The reason I have no idea why she hadn't smacked me yet. It's I give her just trouble, man. I just can't help myself for some reason. It's like something on her head flashing. Don't give her trouble. Give her trouble. But no, she's all of them. It doesn't matter who you're, whether you, like I said, whether you're at author service or with the Writers of the Future Bunch, whichever group you're working with or whoever you're around.
They've certainly been great for me. Like they're really kind to me and patient. So I've been really grateful the whole process through.
I always tell people it's one of the reasons I advertise them is because I know what goes on there. And it's easier for me too now when I'm out giving a lecture and somebody asks me about them. I can say honestly, no, I know these people. I've hung around with them 7 years now. No, this is who they are. This isn't an act. And I said, if it's an act, they should all go fucking get a good job acting. Excuse my French. They should go get a job acting because they'd be winning the Academy. No, really, guys. If you can win, I mean, the only way you're gonna get there is if you win, and the only way you're gonna win is if you try, and you got to submit.
That's true.
And remember, you can submit 4 times a year. WritersFuture.com. Submit away. Doesn't matter if you're an illustrator or an author. Just submit. I've been trying to get my son to submit. I've actually read some of the stuff he's written. He's not half bad, but he's not going to submit. He's just not going to do it. He's and he's going to do it even less because Dad says it's halfway decent. I said, dude, I work with all these writers. He's like, Dad, but you're just going to say that. I said, no, if it was bad, I'd say, God dang, son, what's wrong with this? You know how I am. It's because we tell people all the time, if you think you're a good illustrator or a good author, don't ask mom and dad. Go find some real critics and ask them and see what they have to say about it. Well, John, sometimes mom and dads will be honest, but most of the time they're going to be like, oh, no, that's pretty good. And even though it was horrible and looked like somebody, ran over with a car. It's just one of those things. It's wait, let's see if
Anna, let's go see.
There's Anna. She's on the stage with us. Anna.
Hello. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can. How are you?
Good. How are you guys?
Good. Do you have a face?
I unfortunately do not have a webcam.
Uh-oh, she's be walking around the thing with no face on. That's weird. No, we know her. That's Anna. I'm sorry.
So anyway, so nice to almost meet you, Anna.
It's nice to meet you guys too.
It's I can't see.
So we've enjoyed the first hour here with Tracy, who's from her roots are in Ireland and from Newfoundland and then now in Seattle. So what's your lineage? Where this lifetime? What's your hail from to where you are now?
I grew up in Southeast Missouri.
Yeah.
In a very rural place. And now I'm currently going to college in Central Ohio.
Okay. Well, good. So so I guess how'd you get familiar? How'd you first encounter the contest?
I think initially because I applied to it, I think a few times.
But how'd you find out about to apply to it?
I was just searching up scholarships to fund my college. And I think that contest was listed on one of the scholarship websites. And so I applied to it, I think, a few times. Yeah.
Good.
That website's everywhere these days. It's,
Yeah.
I mean, it's everywhere these days. It's
Now,
a-
do you
so-
have if you have a website, how about let's do this? Put your website in the chat so Joe can pull that up, and then we can hopefully see your headshot in there and some of your art, because all we see right now is
man.
US webcam utility with a plug.
That's because you don't have a camera. That's all that means. That's why you see that on the screen.
That's actually something I'm working on currently as a junior, is curating a professional portfolio website. So I unfortunately don't have one ready for that, but I can
Do you
show
have
you.
Instagram or?
I do have an Instagram. I can show you that.
What's it? Don't start talking about food, Jim. Save that for the next show. Yeah, I'm already hungry, man. Let's not even go there. You want to know what time I woke up to do the show today? The show's at 3. I woke up at 1:23.
So you could have gotten another half hour of sleep.
It was
Come on.
all John's fault. He was in my head dreaming with me last night. I was like, get out of my head. No, because John's was probably up at 6. No, so I didn't go to bed. I do a show. We do news on Friday nights, and it ends at 1 a.m. And then we usually chalk an hour. And then a friend of mine came by and said, you want to go to the casino? I'm like, no, my foot hurts. Come on, Joe, let's go to the casino. I'm like, no. So we didn't go to the casino, but he stayed here and bugged me till 5:30 in the morning. And then I said, okay, I'm going to go to sleep. And right as I got in bed, my 2 chihuahuas decided they needed to go outside at 6. So it's nothing like having chihuahuas, people. It's like having kids. No, I'm serious.
Did send a link to my Instagram in the chat.
It should be coming up. Yeah, I already grabbed it. It's people, you think you're making me log in for Instagram. Get out of here. And I should be logged in for Instagram.
You mean you log out?
Just what I'm saying. I'm on Facebook right now, so I should be on Instagram. That's up. I got it up, but let me go find out where I'm at and with y'all.
And then also her pictures in the confirmation email from Carmen too, Joe.
Is it? No, I'll go find it. John just likes to see who he's talking to. He's scared you might be like a demon or something.
No, that's understandable.
It's okay. Throw this up there.
It's gorgeous.
Okay, there we go.
Gorgeous.
Wow, I knew she had horns. There you go.
Got some ears. I don't know no horns there.
Yeah, go look at the top there.
Yeah, I'm very Dungeons and Dragons.
Okay.
So.
No.
And pointed ears. All right, she's going to fit right in.
It's because Larry comes every once in a while. Mr. Dungeons and Dragons himself. He likes to come and show off his dragon skills.
Amazing.
He's So do you do any like worlds or anything? I'm just curious. Because I see you got enough characters in here that you could start your own world. It's reason I ask is because I know a lot of authors, and sometimes they like to get like characters that they can see that helps them to write whatever world they're going to write, and it's kind of strange.
No, yeah, I definitely have like a story in mind that I want to like further progress into like a graphic novel in the future. But that's something I've been trying to develop the past couple of years in college.
Now, if we eat this Happy Holidays thing, we're not going to grow ears or nothing. I'm just kind of curious here what we got a lot going on here. She looks like Bewitched girl.
Yeah, that's a self-portrait that we made in my digital painting class.
I can't think of her name right now. Damn.
My family does joke about me having a lot of pointy-eared characters. So,
but this photo right here, this picture right here looks like the girl who used to play in Bewitched, Samantha in Bewitched. I can't think of her name right now. I don't know why. It's called old age, John. That's all that is. My brain's going off somewhere else. When I remember, I'll come back. John should remember that too. Hey, get stop.
Elizabeth Montgomery.
Yeah, there you go. Elizabeth Montgomery, yes.
Yeah, Elizabeth, thank you. She just kind of looks like her. That's all. All right, do I have to switch on here? No, I don't have to switch on here. Okay. Oh, yes, I do. See, that's Instagram threw me off to put me on Facebook. I couldn't even tell you what that was about, to be totally honest. It didn't like me not being logged in, which I was already logged in because I'm on Facebook. It's confusing. No, Jeff.
So you primarily like your fantasy is what you're Have you done science fiction art before?
Yeah. I'm really big into fantasy and science fiction. That's kind of the only thing I gravitate towards. So
But what I see here is fantasy art. Do you do like the hard sci-fi, spaceships, rocket ships, robots?
Not necessarily a
stuff?
whole lot, but that's definitely something I'm interested in like exploring more. But I do like the more traditional, like medieval fantasy.
Grab hold of her ponytail or something. She got an attitude over there.
Yeah, that was a caricature project I was working on.
I'm thinking, okay, chick, calm down. Whatever they took, we'll get it back. Oh, this looks like a friend of mine's puppy right there. It's so it looks like you're having fun. That counts a lot. You know, I tell people, because when I was talking with, it just sounds like when people are having fun doing what they love to do, it makes life so much easier.
It does.
It really does.
Can you see us, Anna?
I can see you.
Okay, good. So I was totally rude. I didn't introduce you to Tracy. Tracy is a fellow illustrator winner.
I'm on your site and I just followed you.
Oh, thank you.
There we go. There we go. Hey, using my name over there. I charge for people using my name. You know that. Right? Oh God, I probably look more like the guy in the middle nowadays. You can't tell right now because I had to do a TV gig the day before yesterday. So they make me dye my beard when I'm on television.
Yeah.
No, I'm serious. They are whiny about that. And they have been for about 15 years now. They're like, "Oh no, Joe, that's got to go."
What TV show?
Okay, wait, where was I? I keep losing.
What was the TV show, Joe?
Oh, I can't tell. I can tell you when we get off air, but I can't say it on air.
Okay.
Oh dear.
I'll tell you this. It's on History Channel. It's,
okay.
No, Gene. They don't. Until it airs, they don't. I don't make the rule. Half the time when I do TV gigs, they tell me, "Oh, it's going to be on 9 months later, a year later." Oh, guess what? It aired. Oh, thank you. They didn't tell me when it's going to air. I don't. No, they send me a paycheck. What do you mean? Of course they pay you. I get 3 times scale now, whatever the hell that is. I think scale's $4.60 an hour now. Yeah. It goes by how much TV you've done, doofus, and how long you've been doing it. All right, Pixie Girl over here. This one over here just looks like I'm trouble, and this one looks like I'm Pixie Girl.
The Pixie is one of my very first Dungeons and Dragons character.
Yeah, we're hoping. We're still trying to twist his arm to get Larry Elmore to come. He'll definitely be doing a live Zoom, but we're hoping to get him to come. We just had him as a guest on this show.
Yeah,
I think 3 weeks ago, and he's got an amazing story, just how he got into art and his whole thing on it. So, for yourself, we've got into Tracy and her journey to become an artist. So, like, what's been your journey?
Actually, art has been my entire life since I could remember. I've always been, doodling or creating something, or just even like compiling weird stuff together. Yeah. And I think my love for fantasy and sci-fi, I think, actually comes from my dad, because he was obsessed with Star Wars and like Star Trek when I was little, and so.
He's not the only dad. So.
And Avatar, so I spent a lot of time around that type of stuff, and it really inspired me.
There's COVID.
Okay. Yeah. And then once I started watching Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit, that's where my pointy-eared characters came from.
I get it. Yeah.
No, that's Lord great. Of the Rings was fun to watch.
So what are you most looking forward to, Anna, on coming out here?
The experience. I have never been that far west before. And getting to meet new people and I guess learn from others.
Yeah. So is your mom or your dad or both coming out with you?
We haven't really talked about it that much because everything's been so hectic since the holidays. Just been running around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How did it go on the illustration project?
It actually went a lot smoother than I expected it to. At first, it was kind of a rough start, but luckily, I'm glad I pulled through.
Yeah. Well, mean, we have every confidence that, as a winner, that you're able to actually pull through the biggest barrier we normally run into is the artists themselves thinking, I can't do it. I'm not this, I can't that. And just, that's why something like Echo is really good to work with the illustrators, because she's such a good art director.
She's fun too.
Yeah, we did converse a lot when working on the illustration.
Yeah. So now, so you're in art school. So do you have a particular goal yet with your art?
Currently I'm my 3rd year as an illustration major. But I'm kind of the person that's interested in every aspect of art.
Well, that's cool.
So it was kind of hard choosing a major between like comics, illustration, or like game design. So I chose illustration because to me it feels more of the in the middle. It's more flexible. And so in the future, I want to do a lot of visual development for like stories or video games.
Yeah. Well, the thing I've gotten from most of the judges is that being steeped in illustration, how to draw people and items, but being able to draw is the basis for whatever you want to do in art. That's the thing that gives you the best grounding to be able to move into, whether it's going to be comic or going into traditional or going into strictly commissioned stuff or doing gaming or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Being able to draw is what's most important.
Yeah, I think that's where college played a lot into, because even after my first year, I could tell like a drastic difference, because the amount I was drawing compared to high school me is like 10 times or even 100 times more. And I was like, that's really crazy.
Yeah. I just had Christina Hess, who is the director of illustration at Ringling College.
Mm-hmm.
And just an amazing woman. She's just like so talented. She's got 5 coins with the U.S. Mint, but she's the art director there and teaching illustration. And what she goes into the importance of attending art school for someone that really wants to learn art, that it forces you to get other grounding besides just your favorite hobby horse. I like doing pencil. I do pencil. My thing is pencil. But then if you never get out of that, then you become into that and you don't really learn all the other aspects of art, which you need to be able to do. And like with what happened just recently with the pandemic, the artists that could switch gears, and before they were all they did was go to conventions, but then no more conventions for a couple of years. So then they were able to switch gears and do online and do stuff.
Let me ask you a question, totally off subject here. So I noticed I'm going through your art, and I know some of it you have. This comes from my psychology. I can't help myself. I know some of it's you got different dates on it. So you seem to have. How was your year in 2014? What was going on? I'm just nosy. I know I'm just being just nosy.
I think I was in 4th grade in 2014. So like 10 years old.
So you were remembering backwards. That makes it even more interesting. It's because when you look at things, when you look at different, it looks like there's a different years you were having different attitudes, but it's more than that. It was more like since you were remembering, I guess it was things that you picked up in your subconscious, and then you decided to add it as a character. That's really interesting.
Instagram really captures my growth as an artist.
It does. It's I wouldn't go around telling everybody that, but I'm just I had to ask because I was looking at stuff and I could see there was a definite differences in attitude from this to this to this to this. And of course, as we grow, life changes. Fortunately, unfortunately, it does tend to be a pain in the you-know-what sometimes.
Yeah, so I was 14, my stick people faced the left, and then as I got older, my stick people faced the right.
Yes, mine are just ugly, so they don't need to face anyway.
Yeah, a lot of these older images are from like middle school to early high school. So it was a lot of
you can tell,
self-exploration.
Yes, that's those hormones kicking in. It's but I mean, all of it's good work. I'm not trying to pick on you or anything. It's just I had to ask. It's just one of my other jobs I do makes me ask stupid things like that. But you do look like you were definitely moving in your life. You weren't stagnant or anything. You can see this steady, consistent change, which is good. And
My
you
favorite
put
thing
it
was
into
the
art, which is
sketch.
even better. I mean, what? You
What's your
know,
favorite thing you said, Anna?
My favorite thing was to sketch a lot.
yeah. Yeah, that's how I figured you got the one with the hand sketching was sketching it. But it's but definitely you can definitely see what your attitudes are, what you were thinking about in life. That's cool. It's not
That's
many
one-
artists are brave enough to do that.
Yeah, that's one thing that's funny. Watching the during the workshop, you see the illustrator winners, and you got the writer winners. But the illustrator winners, no matter what, no matter who's talking or anything else, they're there in their sketch pad just sketching. They're listening, but that's how I listen. I sketch. You know,
Yeah.
they're just sketching constantly. Everything has sketches on it, no matter what paper you've got.
Tracy, you keep a sketch pad with you?
I do. I'm like enjoying looking at this, and I'm wondering, did she grow in confidence, or did she feel there were big developments through here?
Yeah, but when you're looking, it seems like this boost of confidence, and then maybe a
Yeah.
little subtle. I got kicked, and then boost going back up again. Sorry. Don't pay any attention
Break
to
through
it.
pieces in here, like, yeah, it's really cool.
It's definitely interesting to see, and it's nice to see an artist and this is really, I really enjoy this because it's we're seeing the artist progressing as she grows, and most of the time we don't get that with artists. We other than like sketches on the walls and boxes and stuff like that, but really she's putting what was in her brain down, which is cool. It's hard to do that. I guess it was probably good therapy too.
Yeah.
So at the end of February, we're going to have all the illustrators, actually all the winners in. We're doing the cover reveal, and then a week later, we'll have all the illustrators meeting each other, and we'll show off the 3 pieces of art that you submitted and won with, so everybody can see all the different illustrators who will be coming out there in April to the workshop. And then it just really helped, like we were going over with Tracy. It just helps to build that camaraderie, so that when you arrive in April, you hit the ground running and not like, okay, so who's this?
Yeah.
I'm not sure, and that type of stuff. So you can just kind of like get, you already arrived knowing each other, then you get to see each other, and it rapidly grows.
And bring your sketchbook.
Oh yeah, I never leave without my sketchbook.
Yeah, I don't really see many artists that do. We were having dinner not too long ago at a restaurant. The guy's next to me sitting there sketching. I leaned over and I said, future.com. His wife looks at, what did he tell you? What did he tell you? Because I whispered it, He said, right, future.com. And then they had to come sit over by the table and ask me why I said that. I said, well, you look pretty talented, man. I said, are you making a living at it? I said, no, well, here, right? It's future.com. Oh,
also want to thank you right out for your sketches of BTS members.
Yeah.
Okay. Jack, what do you mean you don't know what they're talking about? Oh, I don't know what to tell you then.
Jungkook can tell you. Just saying. She knows.
Oh man, people are insane. Okay, all these unicorns running around here.
Yeah.
Oh no, these aren't unicorns. This is underwater. Okay, see. Well, this is a unicorn. This one's underwater. I know I've seen something else I wanted to ask you about. I've seen I thought it was Amber for a minute there. No, I'm not mentioning her real
mom and
name.
dad?
That's my grandpa and grandpa.
Grandpa and grandma. Okay, got it.
Man, they're young, man.
Now go down one more. There, yeah.
I like doing a lot of
Damn, you're good at
portraits.
faces.
So yeah.
I hear artists bitch about faces all the time. I hate drawing faces.
I think that's the one aspect I draw too much of. I don't draw enough of other stuff.
You'll balance it out, as you grow and decide what it is, what directions you're going to be going in.
Can tell you're a portraiture artist.
Yeah.
Some of the expressions are really great.
Oh yeah,
That's
she got some really good faces going on here. Ain't no doubt about that. Matter of fact, I was thinking there was a couple of them. What was I watching the other day? A friend of mine was making me watch one of the new Japanese cartoons. This
Anime.
chick right here looks it's an anime. She looks a lot like this chick right
Yeah.
here. And he was driving me crazy. Him and his kids have got like an obsession with this stuff. I'm like, dude, how old are you? He's like, I'm 45. I said, you shouldn't be watching anime at 45. He's like, I ain't giving up my anime. I was like, because I was supposed to go to Dungeons and
I
Dragons.
think if Tracy was here right now, she'd be whacking you with that wand.
Manga cars are amazing artists.
Oh, I know. I'm not saying I'm not saying they're not. I'm just saying he's let his kids watch. He don't even watch.
I just want to take the piss out of him. That's
He's got an obsession. They go to everything they can, man. They meet everybody they can. And they do regular cosplay events too. So they have a lot of fun. But it's funny because no, he's 50, isn't he? Because his youngest his oldest is 16. The whole bunch of them crazy. His wife stays home though. She's like, I'm not going with you crazy people nowhere. They have a good time. I've seen them a couple times. They're always having fun. Whatever they're doing. They just look like the pumpkin I had this year.
Yeah, those are some of my old Inktober drawings.
Yeah, they look really good. I love how you're using the light on that one with the pumpkin. Like I love going through this because there are points at which you can see you're making breakthroughs and you're just gaining ground. And
Yeah,
it's so cool.
that's how I felt during my sophomore year of college, is because I went through so many breakthroughs because I had one class, I think it was called a digital media class. And so my professor, he works for Wizards of the Coast. And so he made a couple magic cards. And so he was just showing us like his process and how he paints digitally. And I think that was really eye-opening for me. And you can literally see that turning point in my art style.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
That's what you'll get too from the judges when they do your portfolio review. They'll go over and they'll give you different tips because the judges will be doing a portfolio review are all aspects of the art industry, whether it be for movies or sequential art or gaming, just all these different things like what works, what doesn't work. You can try this, you can do that. Look at this. This is strength here. You need to work more on that. It's just what these guys do. These are the guys that all of them make a living with their art. Nobody's like, yeah, I wrote a book and got it published, so now I'm bona fide as an art teacher or a writing teacher. They're constantly working in the industry right now to make a living. So their ability to give you hands-on, current, tips is invaluable.
Mm-hmm.
How many times have you entered the contest?
I think 3 separate times.
Yeah. And then I think I asked you this, but any of the particular so you're looking mostly to the meeting people in the workshop, but have you seen any of the past galas or pictures of the galas and that type of stuff on their website?
I think I've only seen a few of them.
Yeah. Do you have your dress picked out?
I do not.
And nobody does. Don't feel bad.
Well, some of them actually do. They just like, oh my gosh, I've got to get I need a dress. I need to figure out this, So, but it's a fun thing because the workshop, the pictures you're going to meet amazing people. You're going to be building friends for life. But you'll also be doing a lot of media, and the event itself, you'll be able to start building up your own archive of media. So when someone's looking for an artist, they will see yourself, Tracy. They'll see you, Anna. And they go, okay, well, they're very nice. They're very personal. I like, I like how they present themselves. There's so many people that are now trying to break into these different industries that if someone can see you and see like, oh, I like that person, they're nice. They're this, they're that. I like their art. It makes a difference on getting that break that you need to get your start in a career. And it's something as simple as that will make the difference. You got somebody you have two amazing artists. One person's a jerk and one person's a very nice person. And you're an art director. And you look and see, okay, this person here is a jerk and this person, who do you think they're going to choose? They're going to choose a nice person. They'll choose somebody who's,
Yeah.
It makes sense. But now you have the opportunity to show that you are somebody that they should hire over somebody else because you're interested in your career and want to get that start. And so that's something that you will definitely be able to take advantage of with this workshop and the videos that get done with you and the interviews you'll be doing. It provides you that confidence and security on moving forward with your career. So that'll be really exciting.
Then this chick looks like one of our hosts. I mean, it could, except the ears, she looks just like her. Okay, that's just weird. I don't know what to think about that. It's just kind of weird. I'm gonna have to show it to her.
Anna, you give me some Kaylin Smith vibes. Your work. Do you know who she is?
I do not.
Okay, catch me up after. You're really nice.
It's okay.
Kaylin Smith.
Oh, she did the comic book Plume, and since Anna said she's interested in doing a graphic novel, this is a great person for her to go and follow.
Okay. Chat, just so much keyword. You ought to see my Instagram page. So, well, Instagram itself, there's I don't know 200 some artists on it now. Yeah, so all when it's going scrolling, it's just art going by most of the day. Yeah, it's a lot of talent out there.
That's true.
So I'm curious, Anna, do you have does your college or university have a TV station, or does it have a magazine or newspaper?
It does have a magazine. It's called Botticelli, and I've submitted to it the past couple semesters. So if also
because I'm going to get Carmen to reach out to him as well to do a feature on you.
That's a great idea.
Yeah.
That is fantastic.
Okay, let's see.
So it's called Botticelli, Botticelli.
I can send a link if you'd like.
That would be great if you could.
Let's make it easy on him. we getting to be in the hundreds now, you know. He makes this centennial next year. I make mine the year after. So,
Joe, hey, Tracy, start hitting him, please. Whack him. Whack him for me.
Hey! Don't get sassy with me. I got the lightsaber with me.
Oh dear God!
I will lightsaber you, buddy. Don't be messing with me.
We all know what's going to happen.
That's right. It stays here with me all the time. It's right on top of those steak boots down there. Yeah, Pete.
Oh, good. So Carmen just said he got that.
Wait. Okay. What was I doing here? That's what I was doing here. Hold on 1 second.
Oh, she's dropped in the link, BotticelliMagazine.com.
Oh, good.
Have you been able to get in, Anna? You submitted.
What was that?
Were you able to get into the magazine?
Yes. They actually just published their next issue last November.
Oh, okay.
It's put together from a bunch of my classmates in like different grade levels. It's kind of like a school yearbook almost, but a bunch of different writers and artists, different type of art can all submit to it. So,
do you have any link that has your actual image, your real photo?
Hell no, she's staying hidden, man.
She's on the low view. Too. Anna's like, I'm a mystery.
Are you talking about the Botticelli magazine or?
No,
yeah,
I'm talking about the Anna Malone headshot, face shot, body shot.
Damn, Tracy, I'm impressed, girl.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. And there, of course, is that's the horses you're looking at, storm horses.
Yeah, that's the one we were talking about earlier. Yeah.
And you can really see there's so much teal and so much pink in there. It's a lot of neutral colors to make it more sophisticated, as they tell me.
It's pretty. It's it.
Thank you.
People, especially these days, people like pretty stuff. So, I was thinking,
People like pretty
let me get back to the screen for a minute so I can actually see y'all when I'm talking. That's so rude to do that. I forget where I'm at sometimes. But it's like it's like I see Anna's got talent. She really should be looking at maybe storyboards or getting in with one of the gaming companies, because down here, Anna, they got I can't remember the name of the company right now. Phil owns it. It's they're starting. They're always hiring screenwriters, storyboards, and programmers. They always start everybody at $125,000 a year and up from whatever you produce after that. They also do use AI, so they'll have someone like you draw a group of art for them, and they'll decide what they're going to use. And instead of having you sitting there for days on end doing it, they give it to the AI and let the AI do it. So you still make all your money and do half the work now.
So how much was the starting salary again?
125, and that's in Louisiana, so that's pretty good money for Louisiana. Now in California, California that's nothing, but out here it's pretty good.
That's a month's rent in California.
Yeah, it's about
really. But there you go, Anna. Does that sound okay?
But there's a lot more other companies out there too. And if you don't mind leaving the country, there's 3 companies in Japan hiring at $265 a year, plus they pay all expenses while you're there. So but that also is a big headache. Somebody said, "Well, you ought to go to Japan." Like I speak any Japanese at all. I know there's a lot of English over there, but still, it would be nice to have some idea of the language.
I'd be learning fast.
And then, the thing in China is hiring Americans just like insanity. They had actually offered me to go over for 2 years at $250,000 a year to do a lecture tour, but somebody said I would be divorced if I went, so that was out of the question.
Somebody said,
because she said she wasn't going to China. So,
well, one of our winners last year, writer, he teaches English in a small community in China.
Yeah, that's what Linda's brother used to do.
I think it'll be fun to travel the world and work.
It is. It's a good way of doing it. A good friend of mine.
Great idea.
I got a friend of mine right now. She's in Singapore right now, teaching English at $225 a year plus bonuses. And get this, she only works 3.5 days a week. So they give you. China does the same thing. They give you 3 days to 3.5 days a week to tour around their country and look at stuff. And a lot of times they will even set up the tour for free, and you just hop on the bus and go.
Yeah, you would want to do that. China's gorgeous.
Oh God, I wanted to go bad, but like I said, it wasn't worth getting a divorce over. And right now, China's probably not the safest place for Americans. But I mean, it's not the worst place, but it's probably not the safest place. It's kind of straight. I love these. See, both of y'all are fabulous with faces, man.
But this is like a typical portrait artist person, whereas I'm like, what am I doing with the background? Okay, so in Bravery, you can see there I'm putting in standing stones, and I'm like, because I'm Irish, right, in my past, so but I feel like at least, Anna, we have a thing in common because we both did our like kind of trademark witch. Mine is Agatha.
Yeah.
I mean, both of y'all have a great use of colors and great faces. I mean, let me tell you what, we get a lot of artists come through here, and they're not all good at faces. Some of them will deliberately, like, show you half a face or turn the face, or which I can understand. But when you're showing full faces, that's like bragging rights almost.
Oh,
no, really, it is, because I mean, there's a lot of people just can't draw faces. Now you see these would do great on the Gulf Coast if you could get them down where they could see them at any of their fairs or things down here. All of these would sell instantly. They love these kind of colors down here. They just it's a freaky anything in those colors. It could be dolphins or fish or just seaweed for that matter. I don't think they actually care. It's just the color thing. It drives me crazy when I'm out in places.
I also do fan art, by the way. That is the Pendragons is Shively, so that's Hal's Moving Castle. This is a really cute little painting, and I noticed you do it too, Anna.
Yeah.
Is it one of your favorite things, or did you start out there, can I ask?
I did start out doing a lot of fan art, but unfortunately I haven't been able to do a lot of it recently.
Because of art school?
Yeah.
How are you liking?
Good.
Well, I know a lot of the learning curve starts off fan art or just trying to emulate your favorite artist, and then you kind of like how, and even the instructors I've talked to, like Christina Hess from the one I just interviewed, and Echo, they're talking about how, you know, how do they do the brush strokes? How do they do this? And so emulating your favorite artist can give you like, how do they do that? How do they do that? And just by like building, like seeing how they did it enhances your own growth of style. You know, so you're not going to always stay like that artist, but you're like, oh, that's how they did it. And then somebody else, how they do that. And then, then you start getting more certainty on your own, what you want to be able to do. But it makes a difference knowing how the masters did what they did, because they're the masters.
True. I think I first emulated, and Anna, you tell me after who you did, but I think the person I emulated the most early on was Jim Lee, the comic book artist from X-Men. What about you, Anna?
Growing up, I didn't really follow a certain artist. It wasn't until like later high school that I started to like delve deeper into like the classic artists like John Singer Sargent or Alphonse Mucha.
Yes, two of my favorites too, along with Leyendecker.
Yes, I love Leyendecker's art too.
Yes, and solid places to start. I have one painting in here. He's about to pass it, called Black Swan, which is a tribute to Evelyn Pickering de Morgan. And this, I've just she's a kind of an old master, but a woman, and her stuff is so dramatic. So if you haven't seen it, highly recommend it. Again, just really solid learning material for someone who's young and just wants to be a woman artist who's great.
Okay. Jackie, you can buy it right now. Look, there it is. 11:30.
She's sold. I'm sorry, she's already gone. She went just last month.
Oh, you see, you waited too long. You could have got it for a measly $1,830. You should have bought it. I can see y'all gonna spend some time with me on pricing.
He should just sell our stuff. That's it, Anna.
I'm telling you, I buy a lot of art. I go through. Maybe rephrase that. I buy a lot and I sell a lot. It's I have a unique way of finding oils and other pictures that are for good prices and sell them for double, triple, sometimes quadruple.
Gravy. Yeah.
It's well, because you know the attitudes. I'll tell you a secret about all of this, and this is for every industry there is. The world runs on attitudes. Sometimes we're angry, sometimes we're happy, sometimes it's funny, but it's the whole world. It's not just us. It's not just the United States. It comes in waves. It's always come in waves. It's the reason we do our news media the way we do it. It's the reason we do a lot of our media the way we do it. It's because we know there's a particular type of wave. There's two waves running around our planet right now. One that's really ecstatic and one that's really miserable. Both are great for selling art. They're great. You've got one side of the planet that is just tickled happy with the orange guy, which, you know, and then you got the other side of the planet who is not. This is the first time in the world's history that actually can be defined this way. He's the only president that's ever been able to do this, the only leader that's ever been able to just basically say, okay, to y'all and to y'all. So I've been noticing if you're on the one side, you're happy, they're buying a lot of happy stuff. And you happen to be on the other side, they're buying a lot of miserable stuff. And that's what they're buying. But it doesn't matter. It's just a way of knowing what market's out there. So like if you went to New York doing what I like to call the blue ladies, they had the blue lady protest, and you've got anything that's halfway angry, but with color in it, it will sell. Now you won't even get it back in the car. You just won't get it. Because they're angry and they want something in. They want something that shows what they are. If you happen to go to one of them rallies where everybody's all bubblegum and popping around like, you know, they're on some kind of good drugs, they want something happy. And you can see it when we're doing a couple of my friends own some really big flea markets down here.
I would just like someone to, I would love any condition where I take out a painting and I can't put it back in the car.
So that's always a good thing. Well, that Dragon Con's good for that. I mean, as long as you're a decent audience,
Thank you.
Dragon Con's good for that. I mean,
Now, one thing too, both of you, just what Joe just said, as winners this year, you'll be able to get pro passes. Because we'll arrange that for you. You need to bring yourself there, but we can get you to Dragon Con. We can get you to FanX Salt Lake as professionals to be there to sell your stuff at our booth, and for both of you. That's one of the perks you get as a winner.
Guys, they've got a great booth on a corner.
Yeah,
the owner of Dragon Con happens to like John, so he comes by. I mean, look, if you're gonna sell something, that's what you're gonna sell. I mean, you can always go get a slot yourself. I think it takes 2 years these days to get one, but
yeah, no, you're not getting in there anytime soon.
And it's not cheap like it used to be, but it's a lot of fun. And I've sat there, John and I have done interviews, just sitting there chit-chatting of watching them work. They're constantly selling books. It's just nonstop. Somebody's buying something. The illustrators, sometimes they're selling, sometimes not. Sometimes they're handing out cards. I always love illustrators' cards. They're always so cool. Illustrators always make the coolest business.
They're glittery, and I wish I had one near me because they're so cute. Let me see.
I tried to explain to the authors the bookmark is a cool thing, but it's a pain in the ass to try to carry around in your pocket or something. So, I said, give me something.
When you come out we'll send you what you should bring with you when you come. But in addition to your sketch pad, if you've got business cards, bring them, because you're going to be meeting a lot of people at the awards event, and just fellow illustrators and judges and stuff like that, to be able to give them your contact information really comes in handy.
Hopefully you have cards on, huh?
So you always got to have that, Oh, God, speaking of that, I need to print some of my own cards. I'm preaching y'all about, I need a new design this year. I didn't think about that. We're changing all our banner designs in the station this year, and I sold my construction company last year and retired. Well, sort of retired. And so I need a whole new design for the station business card. I didn't even think about that.
Only you knew some artists.
Yes, if I only knew some artists, yes. I know. I have to go see. It's
Sorry.
Because I'm not, I was talking this with my station manager the other night. I'm not sure. Usually I have something in my head that I can give to an artist and they can really, work it out. Right now, there's just nothing there other than either some kind of weird reds or some kind of weird blues. The station's been in that neon green for 15 years at least. So
he's ready to go abstract.
It's ready to go somewhere, that's for sure. But you know what? I always tell Michelle, who's John knows Michelle, I always tell her, why don't you talk to one of the artists? I'll get you hold to some of the artists and you can talk to them. And maybe we can figure out something that we want. Because as we're well, you're relaxed enough now, I can tell you this. You're on television. So it's when we broadcast live, we broadcast on Roku television and Amazon Fire television. So
and we have at least 4.5 million people watching, listening to us right now.
When John show finished
I hear my mother calling.
John finished up his show before this one. It was at 3.73701.802. It was his audience ahead of this show. We'll probably be somewhere in the 4 to 4.5 million people range. Now, granted, I tell people all the time when they come to the show, plug your ass, advertise. This whole show was actually, that's right. This whole show was actually designed to actually start helping people to sell stuff when they come on. Because on the network, we do a lot of authors, but none of the shows are really designed to sell stuff. They're, they may be fantasy shows, they might be paranormal shows, they might be news shows, but they're not really designed in a way to really help a host. A host can plug themselves, but because of the stuff we're talking about, they'll probably forget about the plug, because the material that's on the shows are much more interesting than the plug itself. Here, this is just authors, and this goes into rerunning and syndication, and it's always, and you know what the best part is? This archive will be here forever.
I need a link. I've already been asked for a link.
I'll give you the UFO one. It's the easiest one to find. It's if it's Rumble, it's UFO Paranormal. That's it, and that's all you got to write. And on here, I believe it's UFO Paranormal Radio, because the United Public Radio, Amazon decided to pull, tell us we couldn't have it anymore. It was making too much money. I'm not kidding you. Not even with a strike. They just pulled it. Never gave me a reason why. They just said, no, you broke a rule. I'm like,
we make the rules. You broke. Okay.
I was like, and this wasn't even COVID. This was before COVID. I was like, what the hell are you doing? And since then, every time we get close to making serious money, strike. And I don't. My manager thinks I hacked somebody off at YouTube, which could possibly be true. I'm blaming it on John.
It wouldn't surprise me, Joe. It would
I'm blaming it on John.
Take it back. You do have Irish blood.
Yes, that bad Irish blood.
Yes.
Anna's all being quiet. Then you see the quiet ones, you got to worry about anyway. They're the bad ones. That's the ones you got to worry about.
I'm just really enjoying listening.
Well, that's a good thing because when you get to LA, there's gonna be a lot of listening, gonna be a lot of asking. And like I told Tracy earlier, if you're standing around, like because I do BarCon or LobbyCon, if you're standing around downstairs by
how old are you, Anna?
21.
Okay, yes. Good. So it's BarCon.
Yes. Anyway, a lot of people gather down, like Echo. You'll see Echo and them down there a little later in the evening. And Laz loves to talk with people. They'll be down there, and whoever else is down there, you usually see them down there. If you see someone or there's a conversation going on, but you don't feel comfortable getting into it, just tap me on the shoulder. I'll bring you over and introduce you properly, and they'll suck you in, and you'll be lucky if you get back up to the room before midnight.
Yeah,
it's because they get in serious conversations. I mean, some of them are like, okay, I've been doing this for, nope, it's above my head. Time to go do something else. It's time to go on. And but it's great. And everybody is there. Everybody wants to talk to y'all. Everybody wants to help y'all. And it's so cool because you learn a lot of new techniques on, but it's way more than that because you don't just learn about illustration. You learn about the business part of illustration.
Yeah.
How you're going to make money and how you're going to sustain money and what you should be doing at this point. So these are things that you can't hardly even pay for these days without taking a business course. So it's a great addition to it. Whether you've had school or not, it's still a great addition to it. A lot of the artists who have been 3, 4, 5 years of school are like, oh, this is just fantastic. I can learn 3 years of school here in 1 week.
Yeah. That's the hard part. So,
and don't be scared to ask questions because they want to hear questions. Matter of fact, you better watch with Echo. If y'all ain't asking questions, she's going to start giving y'all trouble. And when you see her, make sure you got a pad in your hand, scratching herself. I love her to death, man. But she's tough. She's so great to have around because she really knows what she's doing. And I love when they. What day is that? Oh, that might be a secret. I might not be able to tell y'all that.
Oh dear God, what is going to happen? Okay,
it's nothing bad. Well, see, they do the writers have to do a 24-hour story. So there's a version of that for the illustrators. It's just not.
Are you serious?
Yeah, they have to 24 hours. They have to produce the story, write it, get it in. And some of the illustrators, I mean, some of the writers, they done. We're going out and have cocktails. Some of them 5 in the morning. That's still again.
Hustle.
It's a blast to watch. I got some really good pictures of people down in the lobbies trying to figure out what they're going to write. Tim Powers harassing them about taking pictures of them. Because it's great. So there's a version for y'all. I don't know if I can tell y'all or not.
No, you can't because there's nothing. No. You don't have a 24-hour. You do have some projects you'll be doing, but it's a different thing. It's for artists, but it's really cool because you got, like I told Tracy, Anna, you're going to have live illustration. One thing that's really fun too is you have this one thing where we have a big costume closet downstairs where the theater is, where you're going to be doing your workshop, and you all dress up and you pose and model for each other for projects. So you learn how to do that. Yeah. And so you'll be doing all types of modeling and stuff like that, and creating, taking photos and all kinds of stuff. There's just a lot of fun, just, the business of art. And Echo loves that. That's what she does.
Oh yeah, she does.
Introverted at all, Anna?
Am I what?
Introverted in your opinion?
Yeah,
yes, actually.
She sounds a tad bit on it. Trust me. When we get done with y'all will not be introverted anymore. Trust me. He'll be
Yeah.
like, "What's introverted? I'm not introverted." Matter of fact, we'll be lucky if we can shut y'all up. But look, by the time this is all over with, we'll be lucky if we can shut y'all up. Y'all will be like, "God, I got all kind of stuff to say."
Yeah, I told myself that this is the year of stepping out of my comfort zone.
Well, we're gonna make it easy for you because there's a lot going on down here, and everybody here is there to be nice to you.
Yeah.
No hostile press, no hostile anybody.
If you want anything hostile, you can just go back to your Facebook or Instagram or X. Here, you're not going to get that.
It's very nice. I mean, it's for me going to attend because I've attended a lot of conferences and award ceremonies over the years and different groups, but it's for me it was kind of everybody's nice and consistently nice. It's scary almost. It's I mean, really, I mean they go out of their way to be so nice to y'all. I was thinking, I know it's a contest and all, but I mean, no one has to be that nice. I was like, but they are, and it really relaxes you enough that you can get through what you're gonna be in there. It makes you feel comfortable. It doesn't make you feel like, oh my God, the end of the world's coming or anything like that. It just really does give you that kind of relaxed feeling, so you can chat all you want, and trust me, with us around, you're gonna chat anyway, so you'll get used to it. Because like a lot of times when we're doing interviews, we'll have 3 or 4 y'all at a time with us.
Yeah.
So like John may have 4 or 5 people in the room. I might have 4 or 5 people in the room, but there's always at least that many. And
so you'll all be on one of the podcast episodes that we do, and that's a lot of fun too.
Yeah. So y'all are gonna really enjoy it. Plus, remember, any of my podcasts, anything that comes off the author's quill, you have the right to use. So like just now, we just showed both of y'all's artwork, quite a bit of it. If you wanted someone to know who you are, get a little bit better understanding, you can just give them the archive and say, well, this is me. It's just a shortcut in a lot of ways. And the more archives you do, the more relaxed you get. So by the time we do our final one, which will be a longer interview, you'll be nice, calm, relaxed. All your stuff will be being shown. All the stuff that happened at the conference will be talked about. And that'll all be a big wrap for any kind of advertisement you want to use.
Yeah.
If you're out trying to meet somebody, you want a client, and say, here, this is who I am. It makes life way easier. It really does. But it's what we're here for. We're all here to be nice and sweetsy. John said I don't always have to be nice, but most of the time.
Sweetsy.
Anyway, so this is just something that's, this is our 42nd year, like we mentioned to Tracy. We break 1,000 writers and artists being published for the first time in volume 42. And that's the whole, when L. Ron Hubbard created his contest in 1983, that was the purpose, was to provide that ability for creative talent to be have their work seen and acknowledged. And so we've been doing that, and we've got about 62% success rate of winners that have gone on now to successful careers in either writing or art, which is we've had several review publications saying nothing's better than that in terms of its success rate and helping introduce people into these life work forms. So this is very good. I'm having spent an hour with you now, looking at this black box. I'm really looking for this. Like, you've succeeded in creating this mystery sandwich. Like, who is this girl? There's okay, there's Anna.
Mystery sandwich.
Well, I was going to ask her earlier if some of those were kind of like self-portraits, but I don't have to ask now. So well, see, you're not going to scare anybody. We get some scary people come in.
You can if you want to scare them, though. That's okay.
Yeah, that's okay. Nobody really minds. We got to get at it 7 minutes after, but I want to thank both of y'all for being here tonight. It was fun talking to both of y'all. I can't wait till we get some more interviews in. I know there's going to be they'll be scheduling 4 y'all at a time sometime in the next month. I believe. I think it's in February. It might be the end of this month. And I said there'll be like 4 illustrators at one time, so you'll get to meet the other illustrators that you're going to be there with.
Okay.
So that just
hopefully, Anna, you get yourself all set up here so you get your webcam going.
No, that's just a fake photo she put up. She's probably like one of them witches and shit sticking out of ears.
She's got like the hat on.
That's right. Well, what's that, Jimmy? Yeah, I know, scary. I don't know. I doubt that, but anyway. I want to thank both of y'all again for hanging out with us. It's a lot of fun chatting with y'all.
Thank you guys so much for having me.
Oh, no, it's great. April's not that far away either. We're getting close.
Yeah, no.
A few or 4 months here. and all y'all will be down in Los Angeles. Los Angeles is a great place to hang out and walk around and do something. I don't know. There's lots of stuff to do there. I don't want to hate on because there's actually a lot of stuff to do there. Jimmy, I don't have no problem with LA. LA don't have a problem with me. I don't have a problem with it. And it's like any big city. You should always be walking around with more than one person. Yes.
Yeah.
It's golden rule.
The hotel that you're meeting is 100 yards away from our offices where we have the workshop, because right behind me here is Hollywood Boulevard, and that way a block is a Chinese theater. Mm-hmm. So you're just right here in the heart of Hollywood.
I know. What was it, year before last? Did y'all decorate the windows up every year? I didn't notice.
Yeah, with the big banners coming down saying "Rise." Yeah. We'll have the new ones will be up.
Because I know
we took them down when we put up the Christmas wreaths, but the wreaths are down, and now the week before every week comes out, we put up the new banners.
Yeah, because we walked down there one year. Larry Wood, myself, Tom, there was like 7 of us all together walked down there. I think we made the guy in the door nervous. we was all in front of the door taking pictures, and on the thing taking pictures. I think we made the security guy a little nervous.
Yeah, well, that's because you were there.
No, you couldn't even see me. I was the one taking the pictures, man. You can't play that on me. I was out hiding. Somebody asked me just the other day. He said, "Man, you got a lot of pictures you're not in." I said, "Because I'm the guy taking the pictures."
Yeah.
And I tell people it's not about me. You don't have to have me on. I don't need my ugly butt in the picture. Trust me, there's lots of pictures of me out there. But anyway, we're going to get out of here. I want to thank y'all again. John, I'll talk to you in a second. Ladies and gentlemen, remember, the chat's coming up next. Yeah, the chat's a different show, so we can talk about different things. Yes, you're allowed to curse on that show. Yes. You're not. I am. No. If you're a guest, I will bounce you off. But as the host and owner of the network, I can curse. Yes. We warn everybody ahead of time. It's the open tonight. It says pure insanity for the insane. That's how the show opens. So you can come by and hang out. Again, we got to go. Thanks again, guys, for tuning in. We'll see all of y'all in about a half hour. And remember, have some fun. Enjoy life. It's only this long. Goodbye.